Booty bands used to be all the rage, but now they're getting poo-pooed by fitness experts online. But is this valid? Do booty bands really work, or are they just a scam? Here's another fake news fitness take. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So the backlash to booty bands pretty much goes like this.
If you want to grow your glutes, right, all you've got to do is lift heavy. Do heavy squats, heavy lunges. Focus on progressive overload. Train till failure. And you're good. These piddly little booty bands ain't gonna do nothing for you. They're useless. F***ing hell.
Look, while he's not wrong technically, that isn't the whole picture. Because let me ask you, as a woman, how many of you have done heavy squats and heavy lunges and heavy deadlifts and had zero glute growth? All you get is strong thighs, a flat bum, and lower back pain. Now, what I'm about to tell you is something that most fitness experts online just miss entirely. But first of all, we need to talk about the big three. That is the Maximus, the Medius, and the Minimus, the three muscles of the glutes. Now the glutes are triplanar. That basically means that they need stimulus from all planes and all angles to develop round, balanced glutes. I talk about this in my viral video, Why Your Glutes Won't Grow, which is actually nearly at 1 million views. It's a game changer, you can watch it here. Now the glute maximus is the largest of the three muscles, so naturally it can take heavier weight, and it usually works alongside other muscles in compound lifts, like your squats, your lunges, and your deadlifts. And Sean the gym bro is right, no bands needed. However, the smaller, often more neglected muscles of the glutes, being the medius and the minimus, which are the upper outer part of your glutes that give you that booty shelf look, they can't take crazy heavy weights, and there's no point in training them till failure either. These smaller muscles respond far better to lighter weight, higher reps, with abduction movements.
Okay, but like, what the frig is abduction?
So your exercises, like your squats and your deadlifts and your lunges, they work in the up-down plane. Generally speaking, these exercises do better by going heavier, by training till failure, with that go hard or go home approach that most gym bros bang on about. Fair play. And then you've got your backwards, forwards exercises, like your deadlifts and your hyperextensions, which also can benefit from going a little bit heavier, training till failure, no bands needed. But abduction exercises are in, out, to the side. Things like seated abduction machine or cable abduction exercises. With these exercises, you can't go heavier, you can't train till failure, because remember, like I said, these are smaller muscles, the medius and the minimus, and they respond far better to lighter weight and higher reps. Ever noticed why there aren't actually that many machines or exercises that cater to these smaller muscles? The most popular being the seated abduction machine, but would you do a 1 rep max on a seated abduction like you would do a squat? No, you wouldn't. That would be stupid. Try doing heavy cable abductions till failure. I'll wait. Right, you can't even lift your leg. So this is where booty bands come in. If you want variety in your training and to not just do seated abduction machine, you could do booty band exercises. You could do seated banded abduction, you could do clamshells, you could do crab walks, you could do lying abduction, standing abduction, bent over abduction, you could do Superman pulses. These are all valid, very beneficial exercises to add into your glute program, especially if you don't have access to a gym. And this is the main reason why you want to add some booty band exercises into your routine. Mind-muscle connection. That basically just means the ability to switch on or activate a muscle that you're trying to target in a certain exercise. So the reason most of you aren't seeing glute progress is because you have very weak and underdeveloped glutes with poor mind-muscle connection. So sitting for long periods of time, desk jobs, poor posture can all lead to very tight and shortened quad muscles, which is your thighs, and very weak and lengthened glute muscles. But also things like pregnancy and childbirth can wreak havoc on your pelvis and all of the muscles in that area. So it's a double whammy for us women. And this is why you feel every lower body exercise in your quads only and nothing in your booty. To fix this, you need to learn how to activate your glute muscles and then to train them to switch on in your exercises instead of your quads taking over, because the dominant muscles will always do the work and the weak ones will always take a backseat if you let them. So in this case, lifting heavy, training till failure, and that go hard or go home approach is actually making it worse. So tell me, how do you learn to switch your glutes on without your quads taking over? Booty band exercises.
What?
This is also why physios tell you to do rehab exercises with booty bands, because it trains the right muscles to fire when you have dysfunctional movement patterns. Glute activation isn't about go hard or go home. It's about going slow. It's about very light resistance, very high reps, and feeling it in the muscle that you're trying to target. Doing booty band drills prior to your heavier lifts, like your squats and your deadlifts and your hip thrusts, can be really helpful if you have weak glutes. And this also helps with proprioception, which is just a fancy term for your body's ability to sense its own position and movement and muscles, especially while you're doing specific exercises, like your booty band drills. So improving your proprioception, doing booty band drills will lead to better performance in your heavier compound lifts. It's just logic, guys. I don't know. So are booty bands essential in your training? Well, it depends. If you're advanced, if you have access to a wide range of equipment at the gym, if you already have great mind-muscle connection and well-developed glutes, then you can probably do without them. But that's still no reason to poo-poo them, okay? I've been training for nearly 15 years and I still use them in my workout routines. Not as religiously as I used to, but I still love to whip out a clamshell or a Superman pulse now and then, especially if I'm trying to target the side upper glute for that booty shelf look we all love. And anyway, variety is the spice of life. So if you like using booty bands, there is nothing wrong with that. Not everything has to be academically perfect. Like, working out is also for enjoyment. These dogmatic and judgmental fitness experts online forget that not everyone is a jacked up pro. I personally really feel like the average woman, 30 plus, especially if she's had kids, is just utterly overlooked in the fitness industry. And honestly, this is one of those instances where I feel like mainstream fitness fails them. So if you're a beginner or even intermediate level, booty bands are a great supplemental tool for your glute training, obviously alongside your heavier compound lifts. And especially if your goal is to focus on glute development and you know that your glutes are weak as hell and that you have no mind-muscle connection, then booty band drills are an absolute must in your training program. Also, if you work out from home and you have very limited access to space and equipment, it's a no-brainer. So the bottom line is, booty bands on their own aren't going to do miracles, but adding booty bands to a well-designed program where you are training all three muscles in all three planes and focusing on your staple compound lifts, where you're going heavier in the weight and lower in the reps and training till failure with progressive overload for some of the exercises, but then also doing your booty band lighter weight, higher rep, and not training till failure, focusing on mind muscle connection exercises, doing those together. That's the sweet spot. If it sounds like you could benefit from booty band training, grab a set of my Strong Curves booty bands. The link is in the description below. And I also sell the best ankle straps for cable abductions if you work out at the gym, and also fabric hip bands. Check out my online store. And by the way, that reminds me, if you are confused about which is better, fabric hip bands or booty bands, let me know if you want me to do a video on that, because it is a little confusing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you very soon in another video. Bye!